place you volunteer at? I was like, yes. They're both named Steve, so that was hilarious. But uh, so I was like, yeah, you're more welcome to come and help and stuff like that, and like show you, I can show you around. And he's more into the audio stuff, so I said, yeah, we always have events and stuff like that, and um, he ended up helping out on Sunday. But then on Saturday, I met some new volunteers, and they're all like to be writers, and we might film something soon. I don't know, it's a whole thing. But in a month from now, one of my friends, I took a PA film class in February, and she wants to be a music video director. And she was like, I need help with like I want to make a music video. And I was like, at first I was like, oh, I can help you like PA, like be a PA and like help with whatever is needed. And then I was like, oh, like I can help with scheduling if you need it. I can help with all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect because I need that. And he was like, I need help making a call sheet. And I was like, I can do that. I need help making shot lists. I can do that. So I was like, so when we talked Wednesday, I think, last Wednesday. So um we're gonna be talking soon again just to see. So it's gonna be interesting. So I'm getting there.
Yes.
So yeah, a lot of stuff has happened over the past week.
I love it. Um, I am finishing up my semester.
Nice. How's it going?
Bad.
Bad, you said.
Yeah.
Don't fail.
No, no. Well, this is a writing class,
Ah,
and writing is not my strong suit,
I
and
love the rate.
I hate it taxes my brain so much. Um, and oh, I should have just left it as it was. Um, yeah, and it's a bunch of new terms that I've like never really heard of or have
Mm.
like needed to like I haven't experienced like I'm almost 40 and I the stuff that they're talking about is like deep corporate like interactions and stuff like that and I'm like this is I'm in my first corporate job and I'm like and I do not like it.
Oh, is it like corporate speak and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Uh,
And I'm like, do you mean this? Because I'm like, you're using all these like $50 words. And I'm like, I guess that means this. And they're like, yeah, answer these like 70 questions. And I'm like, can you give me multiple choice like all my other tests? And they're like, no, you gotta write out all of the answers. And I'm just like, and then I took a personality test, and they're like, guess what? Here's like 5 things that are like exactly you. And I'm like, it's very interesting. And they're like, guess what we want you to do? We want you to elaborate, and we want you to put all of these terms towards this thing. And I'm like, I just learned what these personality traits are. And they're like, yep, and we're gonna have you use them. And I'm like, do I have to? And they're like, if you want to pass the class, you do. And I'm like, so I,
that's annoying.
so I spent like, in it, I'm like, and it's perfectly fine. That's the way the class is designed, and that's what they want you to learn. I don't know this stuff, so I need to learn it. But my brain is full, and I'm like, okay, cool. And like other people who've taken a class, they're like, oh yeah, it's easy. Like you just take it, like just sit down one day and just do it. And I'm like, I guess. So I took one day and tried to do it, and like my brain was sizzling after a couple hours. And I'm like, I need to at least get this part done so I could turn the first half in. And I'm like, okay.
What I used to do when I was in grad school, I would like whenever I found like words that were like that like I never really like used in everyday life or just like what is this word? So I would just have like a glossary of sorts and like have it like be like okay like this word is this and then have it like defined so if I ever come up to it again I'd be like what is this word and I have it like in like a word document being like oh this word is this word. It's like okay that makes more sense.
And yeah, I have like Google as a resource that I can like look this up, but it's more of like concepts.
Right.
Like they're like here are some new concepts that mean something that you might understand. Is just we're not gonna say exactly what it means. We're just gonna give you these concepts. And I'm like, hey
Right.
Google, what are these concepts? And they're like, well, these concepts could mean. Oh no, phone, stop, shut up, phone. Okay, and these concepts can mean several different things. And I'm like, well, what are they? And they're like, well, these concepts are similar to these other concepts. I'm like, tell me what these concepts mean so I can go through this email that they, like this fake email that they wrote, so I can decipher what they're talking about so that I can put all of this information in my own words because they're asking me 12 questions about these concepts. And I'm like, Google. Nope, nope, nope. Robot, you're not helping. So that's where I am. Like basically, I took a personality test and was like, hey, we got 100 questions for you. And I'm like, 100? And I'm like, yep. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like going through them, and then my eyes start glazing over because these questions are like, it's not like option A or like, do you? It's like, are you a savory food type of person? And it's like, strongly agree, slightly agree, neutral, slightly disagree, strongly disagree. And I'm like, okay, cool, I got that. They're like, no.
You have to be this one thing.
It's like, savory or sweet? Yes or no or neutral? And I'm like, cake is nice sometimes, but then sometimes you want like a Salisbury steak. So I guess nope, you took too long. Next question. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, all right, salty or sweet? And I'm like, well, that's kind of the same as the last question. And like, I don't always want salty, but then sometimes I kind of do want sweet. So neutral? And they're like, okay, cool. Next question. And they're like, hot or cold? And I'm like, do you mean like hot food or cold food? Because the last question was kind of about food, or do you mean temperature? Next, you taking too long. Next question. And I'm like, I didn't answer like 4 of these questions already. And they're like, all right, next question, this or that. And I'm like, I guess that. And they're like, this or that. And I'm like, I guess this. And then like 100 questions later, like hours later, after I'm just like drained, they're like, all right, here's your personality. And they like nailed it, like every single one. And I'm like, ew, I hate this test. But I did learn like a lot about myself. And
That's good.
And then they're like, all right, how do these 5 concepts about you relate to these 6 leadership principles that you just now learned about? And I'm like, I don't know yet. I gotta learn about these. And they're like, all right, well, you got a week left in the school, so you need to learn all this stuff right now. And I'm like, okay. And then I spent like 6 hours. Like basically what I ended up doing was just dictating my thoughts on each of the questions, and then went back through and like rewrote them into answers. And I'm like, okay, cool. I think that's good enough. Let me turn that in. And then I was like, the other one was gonna be something else. And they're like, no. What you thought was the whole thing was only part 1. You have to do the personality thing, and then you also have to do this new concept, and then you turn that essay in. And then the next essay is something completely different, where you're like listening to a meeting and like corporate speak dissecting it. And I'm like, I don't have any more brain power left for this. They're like, cool, you got 3 days. And I'm like, and tonight is the last day. So I'm taking a break. And I'm just going to vomit out some words and turn it in and probably not pass. And then I'll have to do the whole thing over next semester. Yay!
Spoken like a true college student.
Oh my god. I need a break. I'm so worn out. Something is something. My phone was saying something, and I'm trying to. Oh, okay. Happy National Bubble Tea Day.
Yes, I saw that. It's okay, but like I've had it. I don't know. I enjoy it, but it's like not something like I like will actively go like and like get it. I guess.
They have tons of different flavors, so I'm
No,
pretty sure there's
yeah,
one that
that
you
I
would like.
know.
Yeah, even if you don't like the tapioca pearls, there's these little jelly like not candies, but like little jelly pieces. Like I'm like the way I describe it is not appetizing, so I'm trying to find a way to describe it. Because like after you had it, then I can describe it the way I want to say. Um, uh,
I get it though.
like
I get it.
Jello,
Yeah.
like 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 not soft Jello, like because if you put Jello in a drink, it'll dissolve. So like not soft Jello, but not hard.
Look at all those chickens.
Um, but yeah, so you can go like the Jello fruity route. I think it's called lychee jelly. And
Yes.
oh, you've had that before, or have you heard it?
I know what it is. I don't think I've ever had it before, but I know what it is.
Okay, yeah. So you can go like the tapioca tea route. You can go the lychee jelly fruit drink route, and then you can like, or you can go combine and get Kiki with her purple drink.
Combined.
What did you get?
Boba tea.
Why was it purple?
Because that's what color taro is.
Taro? What's taro?
Oh, that's I know what taro is. Yeah, it's a root.
Yeah. And when you blend it up, it turns purple.
Interesting.
And it's my favorite and only boba tea that I get.
You don't get milk tea?
It is a milk tea, but it's taro milk tea.
What does taro taste like?
The closest I can probably say is like almost like a sweet potato, but not really like a sweet potato.
I don't know what I feel about sweet potato tea drink.
Well, I mean, I'm only comparing it to a sweet potato because it's a root, and the closest thing I can think of to taro is a sweet potato. It's
Yeah,
honestly
there's
really, really good.
I'm gonna have to get me
interesting.
I see Signature got him invisible tea.
I was gonna make that
Yeah.
joke too.
I asked him what flavor, but he didn't respond.
I think he was copying our hands.
I thought you were going the boba drink too, not the oatmeal cookie part.
But I like the oatmeal cookie better.
Oh, boba's way better than oatmeal cookie.
No,
I
you
agree.
haven't had this oatmeal cookie.
There's nothing that can beat my taro milk tea.
I don't, I don't disagree because I haven't had it yet. So what we got to do is we got to make a trade. So you got to bring me your taro tea, and I'll bring you a little container of these oatmeal cookies.
You mail me the oatmeal cookies, and I'll find somewhere near you that does taro milk boba tea.
Okay, so how can I prep these to where they don't end up just like you just don't end up with like not granite, what is it? Granola by the time it gets to you. I was heading back out to. Oh, are you, Juan? Are you still draining the?
Yes, I'm almost done with the second to last one.
Okay, cool. And then I am like wandering.
Ah. Someone the other day said it takes one to know one, and I was like, that's amazing. Kiki sleep, I think.
I am. I
Oh,
don't
Taco
have a bed
sleeping.
on me, so I'm going to a bed real quickly.
Sleeping out in the field, gonna get eaten by monsters. Sleeping out in the field, come and get me. I'm trying to sleep.
I really should remember to pick my bed up.
Yeah, Kiki.
I can't help it. I left it on the bridge. Alright, I'm almost there. I'm almost to the bed.
Oh, are you over in the savannah?
No, totally not.
Oh my God, Kiki's over there
I'm almost to the bed.
poaching all the animals.
I made it to the bed. Don't worry, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping.
All the animals are glad you're gone. Kiki, quit stealing wildlife.
I'm not stealing wildlife. I already have 2 armored. Oh, actually, I got 3 of them. So I don't even need to steal wildlife.
I've already stolen wildlife. Uh-huh. Could at least breeded them and like left like replaced what was there. I don't need polished deep slate. So I'm gonna put polished deep slate away for now. I don't need granite. I don't know why I have a stack of granite. Guess I can put up some andesite. And gravel I'll keep. Because I have so much of it. I need it, actually. No. Kiki.
Yes.
How was your weekend? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Weekend. Oh yeah, today is Tuesday. What did I do this last weekend? What did I do? Today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. I worked Sunday. Did I do anything? Oh, I was hella lazy this past weekend. That's what I remember. I was like, I think it was like the most laziest weekend I've ever had.
I prefer the term relaxing.
No, I pretty sure I spent one day, I spent 90% of that day asleep.
Resting then.
And then I also played with green.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, I'm not falling down a waterfall anymore. What would you say?
I played Sea of Thieves with green.
Ah, nice.
And I got my frog glide. And now the next season started. So now we have to go and grind that stuff.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's pick this up.
And with Alpha. I forgot. It was all three of us.
Alfalfa.
Alpha.
Oh. Right. Whew, that is deep. It's like I just cleared out my inventory and then I'm gonna fill it up with gravel again. Music so peaceful. Oh no. Whoa. Okay. Oh, is it andesite? I keep not being able to tell if this is andesite or granite.
You can't tell the difference between andesite and granite?
With, like, if it's subtle.
Andesite and granite.
Yeah, it's a subtle difference.
What is andesite and granite?
Are both.
Isn't granite red?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, andesite and gravel.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, you can't tell the difference between a giant red block and a giant gray block.
No. So, I've always like accidentally mixed up the names when I'm trying to say granite. I mean, when I'm trying to say gravel, I end up saying granite.
I know there's a big difference between granite and gravel and andesite because that mess just always falls apart.
Yes, but when I'm trying to move this stuff out of the way, this whole area is built out of like pieces of andesite and the gravel that I put in, and I try to punch it with my hand and it's not moving. And I'm like, oh, that's andesite, and then I try to punch it and it goes away too quick, and I'm like, oh, and then I end up with a piece of flint. And I'm like, oh, that was gravel. But yes, all this is in my way. Kiki,
Yes.
we are in an unofficial competition now.
We are in an unofficial competition for.
For an unofficial reason.
Who's in a competition?
I am in a competition with you.
You. Wait, me and you're in a competition?
That I started.
And oh,
Is it in your head?
100%.
that's what my next thought is.
I challenge you.
For.
What you're already doing.
Which is.
Something that I'm gonna challenge you
I don't know if this is very fair if I don't know exactly what I'm doing that I'm apparently being challenged
in.
for.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna challenge you now.
I don't know because my chat's saying to murder you.
What?
They're saying PvP battle between me and Taco, murder him and video game. Quote unquote, big in video game.
That's an unfair competition.
I think it's more unfair when I don't know the terms and conditions and what we're doing.
You're already
And it's
doing
and
it.
you. Okay.
And now I'm gonna jump in because I don't want you to win.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Taco, is there a Badlands somewhere?
Huh?
Is there a Badlands somewhere?
Badlands. Yes.
Where would said Badlands be?
I don't remember.
Oh, fudge. What do you mean you don't remember?
It's on the map thing.
I don't know how to read your map.
Yeah.
Your map makes no sense because you zoomed it out all the way instead of just having bigger.
Well, then how am I gonna know where Iceland is if it's not? Okay. It's back streaming again. This is the worst. This is the worst OBS. Oh, hi, Kylie. I'm over here screaming at OBS. Oh my god. Who's not sleeping?
It's Kiki.
The chick that ran away from the bed right before I didn't realize it was getting dark.
Put your bed in your pocket.
My bed is on my bridge.
Put it in
Which
your
I am-
pocket.
It's
Whoa.
so much
Who's
work.
blowing up?
That was
Who's
interesting.
who's blowing up? Am I
We
gonna
have-
blow up soon?
No,
I'm not
you're
blowing
good.
up.
My bed got exploded by a creeper.
Oh wait, I'm almost back.
Gigi.
I'm almost back.
I
Green
saw it
says
flash
should
and I was
put
like, "What is
my
that?" It's like,
bridge
"Oh,
in
that's a
my
creeper."
pocket.
Oh,
Wait, that means you don't have a bed?
I have a bed.
Okay.
I guess
I'm
I'll sleep down
almost
here.
Back.
Gigi, we
I
getting
see-
attacked by creepers.
Why aren't you sleeping in a safe spot? Don't you know there's monsters underneath your bed if you don't? That's the whole point of why you can't sleep when there's monsters nearby. Look, there's a bed, and I clicked on
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
it.
Okay.
I was on my phone and I just happened to look up and I saw flashing. I was like, "Is it like thunder and lightning?" And then I saw the boom and I was like, "Oh, oh no!"
Oh man.
But we're good.
What is happening today? Excuse me.
The bridge is a little broken at the moment, but it's good. It's fine.
Oh, because of the creeper?
Yeah.
The part that goes over the water, or the
Yeah, the deep slate
like heading back to?
by the furnace.
I don't know where the furnace is.
But it's all good.
Let's put this back. Take this down. And then 1, 2, 3. One.
Taco, what color is the Badlands on this map?
Which map are you looking at?
The only map I know of?
The one in the library?
Is that what you're calling this?
The room with the bookshelves?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a library.
If you say so. library now. If you want to see a fancy
What?
library, I can show you a fancy library that my friend spent like so many hours on.
Ah!
But I haven't built no library.
My boat fell down the waterfall. Hold on.
At least you know it works. The current like shoved it into the waterfall slot and then it just fell. Alright. What do you need the Badlands for?
Terracotta.
Have some of that. Where's the boat?
But I don't want to have to make half the colors. I can just mine it at the Badlands.
I had inventory space so I could just grab my boat out of the water. Place it back down on the ice. It's so nice. Almost there, halfway there. What? What? Leave it on a friend. Kiki wants some terracotta. Gotta find it on the map. Give me my boat. Where are you at? Oh. This is
Right
a
here.
library. It's a bunch of books.
This is not a This is an enchanting area. That's not a library. That's a difference. This is what happens when you zoom it out. For all these are just pixel colors, and I can't tell what color is the Badland color.
Yeah, I can't tell either. All right, where's that website at? What's that website called? ChunkNet something? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
BlockNet, ChunkNet, whatever it's called. What is it called? No. Chunk base. There we go.
Chunk base?
Yeah.
Is that where the Badlands is?
Chunk base is the website that lets you see what your seed is. And then you type that seed number
Cheater.
in. Huh?
Nothing. North Ocean, Detroit, Far East, all the way to the left. But isn't that not accurate now because of how old your world is and how much has already been generated?
If you generated it with a map in your hand, we should be good. Let's see. So the Badlands are to the right. So I think the world is the spawn spot in this world is 1,500 blocks off of the actual spawn spot. Yeah, and if I go back to one of the earlier versions, oh, this is Java.
AKA the best version.
No,
Java's always the best version.
I disagree.
It tells me what biomes I'm in when I look at the debug.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so 1,500 by 0 is here, where our base is. And then in the old world, the savannah is around the to the left and the right of the where you got the armadillos.
Left and the right of where? Left and the right is like 90% ocean. And a desert.
So, you looking at a Detroit map?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, basically, right in between the Detroit and North Ocean, that savanna biome patch right there.
Uh-huh.
The sand to the left was Badlands in probably the version that we generated it in. And then the right side is also Badlands. And then north of it is Badlands, and northeast of that is Badlands. But now...
But you remember when I went over there and you're like, you're generating chunks that I haven't generated yet. That's new. You're growing out the world, which means that it's not the same.
Yeah, every time...
That sounds like the taco I know.
Yep. And, so now, let's see, where is this? This is 2,500. Let's change that. No, negative 2,000. Negative 500. No, 2,000 negative 500. What are you doing, Kiki?
No, my chat was just all like, oh, that was a great impression. I thought I was listening to two tacos.
Okay, 2,000 negative 500, and then let's generate that for...
I'm just gonna sleep out here in the ocean. For the first time ever, I'm the first one in bed, and yet here I am waiting.
Oh, just...
Nobody else
You
in
know
bed.
I'm not even looking at the game. I'm trying to find you what you're looking for.
One time, I actually take my bed with me, and nobody else has. Nobody else is.
Alright. My focus is like dial-up. Like, as soon as you just look at the receiver too hard, I'm disconnected. Alright, so the new Badlands is